Right, well we're going to start, if Basil will let me, with how you actually prime the Glimmer Mist before you start spraying. Now when they're new and there's plenty of liquid in, I like to store mine on their sides, and that means that the mica is spread out quite a lot. Once you've had them a while and you've used up a bit of liquid, you might find it easier to actually store them upright and then the mica can go to the bottom. So whatever you do, before you start spraying with them, you must make sure that they're all completely shaken up. So you need to give them a good shake, that's right Basil, good shake, and you want to make sure that all of that mica is mixed in before you start spraying. Now I'd recommend that you don't spray on a cat, but that you actually encourage the cat that it's time to move when you're ready to spray. When you get a new set of colours, it's always worth trying them out on both light cardstock and dark, because sometimes they can look very different depending what kind of mica is actually in that particular Glimmer Mist. This is from a set called Winter Wonder. This is Silver Bells, and on white card it comes out just a very nice pale silver, very pearly and shimmery. So it's coming out there just as a nice sort of silver colour. But if I put that onto a dark card, I've got a very chocolatey brown colour here, it actually comes out a sort of pink colour. It's actually a goldy pinky colour that it's coming out. So you can see this one has got an interference mica in it, which means it's going to come out different depending what colour you actually spritz it onto. Another fun thing to do with Glimmer Mists is to highlight texture. Now this is a piece of card that's been put through the Cuttlebug machine with an embossing folder of leaves, and it's lovely to just use the Glimmer Mist to actually get some of that texture really showing up. So if we take, first of all I'm going to take a green. Now I've done this on green card, and I'm taking Meadow Green Glimmer Mist, which is a similar sort of colour, and we'll just give it that first spray. Now I'm going to go quite high up with this one, so I'm getting quite a light spray. Just darken it in one or two places, and then I'm going to mix that with a yellow. This is Lemon Zest, which is a very bright sort of zingy yellow. And that's got a lovely bright yellow mica in it. And finally I've got here a Golden Terracotta, and I'm going to give this a very sort of autumnal feel with this mix of colours. Now at this stage I want to make sure that I've got plenty of liquid on there, because it's the liquid that's settling into those crevices and highlighting that texture. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the green. And a little touch of the yellow. And then I want to leave that to dry completely, and you can just make out there how the liquid is just sort of settling into the texture, and that mica, that liquid will evaporate and leave all that mica behind and give a really nice finished effect. Of course, if you're impatient like me and you don't want to wait for it to dry, you can always dry it with your heat tool. So there you go, just dry it with your heat tool, and you can see that texture that's really been highlighted where the mica's caught in it.